Too often we see people practicing broke behavior, and we see it addressed on social media. But if you're exhibiting that behavior, or you addressing it yourself, welcome to Wings and Wine. On today's episode of Wings and Wine, we are going to do the Wings and Wine review, and the topic for today will be broke behavior. For the wings, we have Korean BBQ wings from Shady Grove, which is in the Shadyside section of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And then for the wine, we have Stella Rosa Black. And we're going to go ahead and get into that Wings and Wine review, but we're first going to talk about the topic of broke behavior. When I say broke behavior, what I'm saying is that you're out showing off, flaunting, shopping sprees, buying bottles in the clubs one day, but then the next day, you don't have it. Yes, you don't have it. You don't have the funds that you need to handle your responsibilities. You don't have the funds that you need to handle the things that you need on the day-to-day basis. You don't have the funds that you need to help somebody out when they actually need it that's close to you. So all that flaunting, all that showing off, it's not necessary. You may be on social media, you may be out with your friends talking about getting rich and generational wealth, this, that, and the third, but then you're showing off and not having anything to show for it. You're not going to get rich that way. You won't get wealthy that way. I'm telling you that right now. I'm not rich, I'm not wealthy, but I know rich people, and they didn't go about it that way. And trust, I'm not telling you to have that energy at the club one night, show off and everything, and then do it every day just to make sure that everybody knows that you have it. But if you're going to go ahead and do that, just make sure that everything that you need is taken care of. All of your responsibilities are taken care of. Your house is taken care of. Your family is taken care of. You are taken care of. We do all these things to impress people, but are we actually impressing ourselves? Are we taking care of self? Are we doing the things that we need to do to make sure that generations after us are taken care of? You can't just sit back and do everything that everybody else is doing on the internet, on TV. A lot of that stuff is fake. It's not real. Just be yourself. So I'm going to give you 3 ways to stop broke behavior. 1, create a budget. I know as an adult, it sounds like common sense to create a budget. But in reality, a lot of people don't. I know for a while, I didn't as an adult. Coming out of college, I was just going with the flow. You know, I wouldn't necessarily live paycheck to paycheck because I got a decent job out of college, but I would spend without thinking about how I could save that money in the long term. So you need to create the budget because the budget will help you with your spending. So you'll put all of your bills listed on the budget. I know I need to pay my light. I know I need to pay my rent. I know I need to pay my gas, water, etc. And then you have those other things that you know is going to be miscellaneous and you know they're going to come regardless. So they may not be your bills, but they'll be things like groceries. You know how much you spend on groceries. And if you don't, look at your last few bank statements and see how much I spent at this grocery store, how much I spent here and there. And then put that together and think about what you're going to be cooking for the month or, cooking for the next few weeks, whatever it may be. And then put that budget together. And then also, when you're thinking about the miscellaneous things, think about things such as haircuts, if you need to get new clothes in that month, whatever it may be, put all of that into your budget. You don't want to leave things out because when you leave things out, then at the end of the month, you're like, oh, I went over my budget. How did I do that? Because you bought brand new shoes, brand new shirts and things like that you may not have needed. And at the time, it seemed like it was a good idea. But if you went over your budget, then you didn't save properly in the sense that you had already planned out. When you're creating your budget, put some leeway in there to see how much you can actually save at the end of the month. So what you'll do is you'll have your assets, your liabilities. You'll have your income, and then also what is going out. So you'll look at your net income that you're getting from your job or jobs and calculate how much that's going to be in the month. And then on the other side, you'll put off your bills, miscellaneous things that you're going to buy for that month, put them together, then subtract from the income to the liabilities, and then you'll see what you're going to have carrying over to the following month. And then look at that as a savings, which will lead me to my next point, which is number 2, have a savings. Having a savings account or savings plan, however it may be, is very important. As an adult, you have responsibilities that you want to take care of right now, but you have responsibilities long term that you don't even see yet. So having that savings plan, that just stacks it up for a bad day, a bad month. Maybe you lose your job and you're having trouble getting a new job. That savings will actually help you a lot. So I'm telling you, go ahead and get a savings plan. Your savings plan doesn't have to come from your job, like the 401k, 403b, whatever it may be that your job has. That's a great asset to have because it can really help you in the long term and as well as investments as well. But you'll also want to have your own savings plan that's personal. So whenever you take out your savings plan from your job, say you lose that job or you go to a different job and you don't carry that one over, maybe you want to take that money out, you get hit with taxes on that. So you have to report that on your taxes the following year. But if you have your own savings account, then you basically are just saving for the long term. Now, I know some people don't want to do a savings account. I mean, if you want to put money away, under a mattress like they used to, I mean, that's up to you. But just make sure that you calculate how much you're saving each month. The savings plan is often not touched, so you'll want to go ahead and put whatever it is that you have each month in there. If you want to save $200 each month to start off, go ahead and do that. And then, increase it, either, every 6 months or every year, however you're able to do it within your budget. And then when you're ready to take money out for certain things that you need, like maybe you want to go on a vacation, maybe you have some home improvement that you need to get done, maybe you want to buy a new car, whatever it may be, you can go ahead and tap into that savings fund, but don't take it all out because that's not the reason why you saved. You saved for the long term, not just for one situation. And number 3, there isn't a number 3. I just wanted to see if you watched this long. No, I'm just playing. So number 3 is actually watch what you're spending your money on. Now, I know I said to go with the budget earlier, but you are going to have those times when you're spending your money. You may have saved your money into a savings account, but you also may have had saved money onto the side as well just for other things that you want. I'm not telling you not to buy what you want. You can buy what you want, but just make sure you're living within your means. Do not go out here trying to stunt on everybody because you don't have it like everybody. And if you do have more than everybody else, just make sure that you're spending still within your means and that you still are saving that money a little bit for a long term, So the median income within America is a little bit over $35,000 a year. So if that's your income and you're out here buying bottles in the club frequently, that ain't for you. I'm just going to tell you that right now. That's not for you. Now, if you want to do that every once in a while, cool. Live your life. I'm not going to tell you not to live your life. But just don't do it every week. You don't have to do that to impress people. You don't have to do that to impress a woman. Or women don't have to do that to impress men. You don't need to do that. People don't need to see that you're rich. If you're not rich, just watch what you're doing with your money. That's all I'm telling you. So don't practice broke behavior. We have been there sometimes. I've been there when I was younger. There was a point in time whenever I lost a lot of money and then I was still trying to live up to the lifestyle that I was living up to before that. And I looked stupid. I just thought I looked dumb in my mind. So I had to watch how I was spending my money. I had to step back and then wait till that money accumulated. And I still don't do all the extra stuff that I used to when I was younger. So I'm just telling you this, maybe you're just becoming 21. Maybe you're 25, maybe you're over 30 and you still haven't got it yet. Just watch how you spend. If you save your money over time, you can live a lifestyle that you want to live. you can be making a little bit of money at right now, and then later on you can build that money up. It's just a way of how you budget, how you spend, and how you save. Now for the wings and wine review, as I mentioned before, the wings are from Shady Grove, which is in the Shadyside section of Pittsburgh. The flavor that I got today are Korean BBQ. Now this is the first time I've actually had food from Shady Grove. They used to have a wine night on Wednesdays years ago. This was like 2012, 2013. It used to be lit. Like, it was like the club on Saturday in there on Wednesday nights. They would have half off bottles of wine, and yo, it used to be crazy. But they don't do that anymore. But anyway, I've had their food before, but never had their wings. So I'm gonna go ahead and try out these wings. Got ranch dressing. I also got honey mustard too, but you know. These are fire. So I don't like spicy wings. These have enough hint of spice where I can taste the right spice on there. But the meat on the wings, it's like real tender. So it's like real easy to bite into. Sometimes, you know, you bite into some type of meat, whether it be wings or whatever, some other type of meat, and it'll be too tough. These aren't like that. These are like fried real well. There's no pink on them, but once you bite into it, it's real tender. So these are wing dings, so they're not like a full wing. I did buy the small quantity, so with the small, you get 6 wings. The large, you get, I'm assuming you get 12. It was about $7 difference there, so it wasn't too big of a difference, but it is a little bit of a jump. It kind of reminds me of like General Tso's with the sauce, but not full General Tso's. It's enough to the point it won't feel like I'm eating General Tso's chicken, but it's really good flavor. They did a really good job with this, so I would definitely recommend Shady Grove, the Korean BBQ wings. I'm probably gonna go back and try some different ones. They had several flavors. The wings are on their appetizer menu though, so you want to check that out. For these wings, I'll give them a 9 out of 10. It gave me what I needed and what I wanted at the time. So they came with drumsticks and flats, so it was a mixture of both. The flats are kind of heavy too. Like, it's not like it's a real small flat. So Shady Grove, which is on Walnut and Belafonte in the Shadyside section of Pittsburgh. So you want to check that out. For the wine today, I have Stella Rosa Black. So this is a red wine. It has a purple tint to it. Now, if you remember on a previous episode, I actually had Stella Rosa Red, and I said it tastes like off-brand Faygo Pop. So I'm going to go ahead and try this and give it a full review. This one tastes real fruity too. It tastes a lot like the Stella Rosa Red. You could taste the blackberry, the blueberry in there as well, which is good. I think this is a good starter wine. I'll say that about Stella Rosa. I think I was a little harsh on the Stella Rosa Red to begin with, but I think this is a very good starter wine if you're just getting into wines and you haven't made that transition yet to wanting that sweet or dry taste of a wine. This will give you a really sweet taste, and it almost tastes like a regular juice with like a hint of alcohol in it a little bit. So that's what I would say as far as the Stella Rosa. It has a very appealing aroma to it. You can automatically smell the berries in it. You can smell the fruit in it. But I would not really recommend this to wine drinkers that are very into like a dry wine. Like, I'm into the Cabernet Sauvignon typically, so that's more of a dry wine to me. So it's something that I prefer. So for people that do like Stella Rosa, I'm not judging you at all. I would give this one a 6 out of 10. The last one on the Stella Rosa Red, I believe I gave it a 5 out of 10. But I'll give it a 6 because I think I was a little too harsh on the last one. But this, like I said, it's like a starter wine to me. This could be something that you want to have amongst friends. If you're just chilling, kicking it, you know, whatever it may be. It's very affordable. You can get these for like $14.99, sometimes maybe $12.99 if it's on sale. And it's a cool bottle. Looks good, you know. When you see it, it's appealing to the eye. And you screw off the cap. It smells good, but it's not a wine that I would want. It tastes good, but it's not a tasteful wine for me. So 6 out of 10 for Stella Rosa Black. So I appreciate you viewing today. Remember, don't practice broke behavior. You can get money, spend it, but you can save it as well. So just watch what you're doing. Don't be influenced by everybody that you see online. Do not be influenced by everybody that you see on TV. A lot of these people are being paid to fake it, to make it. So don't even pay attention to them. Pay attention to what you need, what you deserve, and what you have going forward. This has been Wings and Wine. My name is Derek. You can follow me on social media platforms at City Needs Me. You can follow the Wings and Wine page at WingsXWine on Instagram. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this with people and your friends. This has been Wings and Wine. See you on the next episode.